Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett with Morning Debrief. It's 7:54, it's the 2nd of March 2011. And yeah, quite an interesting night there. I've obviously kept everyone on its toes. And I think if anything there, a quick summary, I guess, US manufacturing certainly grows significantly, failed to help the market along. Gold broke through 14.25, quite aggressive there, and also some more unrest in the Middle East caused oil prices to continue to firm. Let's just have a quick look around what's actually occurred there. US manufacturing grows as fastest pace since 2004. Bernanke sees temporary inflation gain from commodities. I mean, that's something we've always talked about, quite interesting. One of the keys here, I guess, is with the Dow down 161, still remaining relatively weak. The S&P's down 19 and the Nasdaq's down 45. Across the overall market's quite negative as well. And what you can see there is that this theme, particularly with what's happening in the Middle East, has spread across the board. And we'll just move that to there, have a quick look. Dow, we mentioned, under pressure. Top 50 was down 29. FTSE, CAC and DAC all very weak. Local market also closed down as well. Local market closed down 54 points, which was quite a significant fall, 47.71. We are still short the local market and have been for some time, so that certainly played into our hands. Okay, let's have a look at now some of the markets and some of the trends. I guess the most important thing here is still concerns in the Middle East, and we're seeing crude just sort of take out that 100. This old high is the key now, that high there of 103.41. Expect that volatility to be with us. Takes out that level, trades higher. One of the things that we have to remember, though, that this is an inflationary game now, and I think as the prices continue to trade higher for crude, that impacts all the economies, and that's why we're seeing equity markets sell off quite dramatically. So there are things that we've got to look at and keep an eye on, because that will slow growth. When you read our oil report, you'll be able to see that we have two types of inflation developing in the market, and the cost-push inflation environment in the West is, to me, probably the most concerning one, because these economies are working off austerity programs and stimulus packages, and this increase in the price of oil would reduce the benefit of these stimulus packages through the economy. So that's why people are a little bit concerned on the equity markets, and we've flagged that too as a major concern for equity markets, and probably expect them to continue to decline whilst crude oil prices continue to rise. Okay, just hang on. Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, that's all right, 100.17 for crude. Okay, having a look at dollar index there, 77.08. Look, it's had a little bit of a bounce there from its lows. If we do get more safe haven type of status coming to the market, people will go towards gold, and I think that's towards the dollar. And as a result of that, that should put a bit of a base in place for it. It really needs to break through that 77, 30, 40 level in order for us to get encouraging that trend to the top side is with us. Okay, Aussie battler suffered a little bit last night in wake of the stronger dollar, 101.32, and as you can see, basically keep an eye on it. It's in a range. Chances are it trades back to the lower end. Break of 102.15, you might as well trade with it, because that signifies a move in my mind to 103 and a little bit higher. We did mention in some of our reports that we did expect that Aussie to continue to trade higher, and that's with us at the moment. So just see if it breaks through that 102 where you can add two positions. Have a look at some of the metals. Obviously, gold, very strong move, 14.34 at the moment. It's actually put on about $3 since we've last spoke, and it is interesting that that's happening during the time when the market is very lack of liquidity. So it does appear that someone's trying to push the market higher. Probably expect that to consolidate gains during Asia. Also pushes silver higher, silver at 34.64. Excuse me. And that looks like it'll probably head onwards to that 35, 36 level. Alrighty, so that's that. Copper came back a little bit on supply, not supply issues, but on a dampening effect of the oil price, and that's back at 14.46, but certainly has had a good run, and we have been long there for some time, and probably expect you might see a little bit of correction, but I think you can probably choose the best area to get out. 450, 452 looks to me to be it, particularly while we get these concerns in the Middle East. Okay, local markets, let's have a quick look there on the SPY, and look, you can get a bit of a feeling as to what we are actually feeling concerning what could occur there. There it is there, that fall down here is quite significant. And although momentum indicators are down the lower end of the range, we seem to have broken a trend here which could precipitate in the move down to 4,600. So I think if anything there, that's something to keep an eye on. If you look at the hourly chart here, really has to break through 48.40, 48.30 in order for us to really see that things are moving on. But I think people are starting to feel that the commodity boom in itself could take a breather, given what we're seeing, in the fact that these economies could slow due to higher oil prices, and that could be a bit of an issue there. So let's just see what happens on that front. In terms of economic calendars, there, the most important stuff we've got out is Fed Beige Book in the States, or GDP in Australia. And GDP in Australia is going to be interesting because although it's expected to be a strong number, it will probably show, or we'll probably see that there is this great divide between the boom and other industries, the commodities boom or the mining boom in the West, and I think that'll show the disparity in the market. Also, year-on-year, 2.6% growth, expected to trim back just a little bit. In the States we've got the Fed's Beige Book, very important there. We've also got MBA mortgage applications, ADP employment changes, Bernanke to give the semi-annual testimony to the House. I think he'll probably turn around and say there's this inflationary concern, so he's preempted the market. And we've got some data in Japan as well. So that's really about it on that front. And I think that's pretty much about it, I think. Because, yeah, I think that's about it. But let's have a look at it. Obviously, concerns in the Middle East remain with us. Just so you know, the positions that we've got, we're short the SPY, so we're quite comfortable being short there. We're short the SPY. We're still long gold, which is good, but not as much as we'd like to be long. We're in the grains as well, just expecting a little bit of lift there as well. Copper, we're also small long as well, and pretty much that's about it. And we've still got our old dollar-yen position on, which is just sitting there at the moment because it's in such a big range. Okay, well, that's about it from us. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll certainly talk to you tomorrow, and bye for now.